We are studying the second chapter, numbers and sequences. The first 5 sums of this exercise 2.7 I've done in the previous video. Please go through that video. The topic of this exercise is geometric progression. The remaining sums from sum number 6 to sum number 12 I've done in this video. Let's go to the sums. Question number 6. In a GP, that is geometric progression, the 9th term is 32,805 and the 6th term is 1,215. Find the 12th term. Okay. So they've given us the 9th term and 6th term of a GP. First, let us write down the general formula for nth term of a GP. Nth term of a geometric progression is given by Tn is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. A is the first term, R is the common ratio, N is the number of terms, nth term. This formula is very important. Please memorize it thoroughly. Every sum we will use this formula. Okay. So here 9th term is equal to 32,805. So let's write n is equal to 9. T9 is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. That is 9 minus 1 is 8. That is equal to 32,805. Similarly, 6th term is 1,215. So here it is T6 is equal to a into r raised to 5 is equal to 1,250. Okay. Now let us, we do not know these values of a, r, but we have to find the 12th term. So first what we are going to do is divide T9 divide by T6. So this a into r raised to 8 divide by a into r raised to 5. So this number divide by this number, which will give us 27. And here a will cancel. We are left with r raised to 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. So r raised to 3 is equal to 27. R is equal to 3. Cube root of 27 is 3. Okay. Now let's find out T12. A into r raised to 11. Okay. This I'm going to write it as a into r raised to 8 multiplied by r raised to 3. Okay. We know what is a into r raised to 8. That is 32,805. This value of r we found out. 3 raised to 3. That is 27. You multiply these two, you will get this as the answer. Another simple way of doing this sum. In 2 steps you will get the answer. Okay. So here let's see. T9 is equal to 32,805. A into r raised to 8. This number you should factorize. If you factorize, you will get these factors 5 into 3 raised to 8. Okay. Now, when you compare this with this, you can see that a is equal to 5 and r is equal to 3. So, write it down. Now, very simple. What is T12? T12 is a into r raised to 11. So, put the value of a as 5 and r as 3. So, this is the answer. Any method you can use, both are the same only. Most important thing is remember this formula. This is very important. Question 7. Find the 10th term of GP whose 8th term is 768 and the common ratio is 2. So, very simple sum. So, T8 is equal to 768. The ratio R is given, common ratio 2. Write down the general formula. Okay. T8 is 700. So, in place of n, if you write 8, so that will be 768 is equal to A. R we know 2 raised to n minus 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. So, A is equal to 768 upon 2 raised to 7. Do not do anything. Don't try to simplify. Leave it as it is. Now, write down what is T10 is equal to A into 2 raised to 9. Is it not? In this formula, put n is equal to 10. So, you get like this. In place of A, substitute this. So, here multiplied by 2 raised to 9. Now, it's become very simple. So, 2 raised to 9 divided by 2 raised to 7 is 2 raised to 2. That is 4. So, multiply this, you will get the answer. Question 8. If A, B, C are in AP, then show that 3 raised to A, 3 raised to B and 3 raised to C are in GP. So this sum is a combination of AP and GP, arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Okay. Here let's write down A, B, C are in arithmetic progression. So the common difference is D is equal to B minus second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. So here you can take this B on the left side and A on the right side. You get 2B is equal to A plus C. Okay. Now we are going to raise both the sides by keeping 3 as the base, and we will put this as the power. So let's do for both the sides. 3 raised to 2B is equal to 3 raised to A plus C. 3 raised to 2B is 3 raised to B into 3 raised to B. This will be 3 raised to A multiplied by 3 raised to C. Now bring this on the denominator. 3 raised to B upon 3 raised to A is equal to 3 raised to C upon 3 raised to B. See, now what this means is 3 raised to A, 3 raised to B and 3 raised to C are in GP. These are the common ratios. Second term divide by first term. Third term divide by second term. So the common ratios are equal. Therefore, they are in GP. Okay, question 9. In a GP, the product of 3 consecutive terms is 27. The sum of the product of 2 terms taken at a time is 57 by 2. Find the 3 terms. So let the 3 terms of GP be A upon R, A and AR. This is a very important step. Make sure you write the 3 consecutive terms in this form. Then we can do the sum easily. Okay. So once you have written the first 3 terms, the product is 27. So when you multiply this, you are left, this R will cancel. A cube is equal to 27. So A is equal to 3. You got the value of A. Okay, now we have to find the value of R. What they have given, the sum of the product of 2 terms taken at a time. Let's take 2 terms at a time. So first 2 terms, A upon R into A plus A into AR plus AR into A upon R. This sum is equal to 57 by 2. So let's write it down. Now you only have to simplify this. See here, this will be A square upon R. Here also A square R. This is A square only. So here all 3 terms A square is there. So I am taking it out as common. So 1 upon R plus 1 is equal to 57 by 2. Okay. Now let us substitute the value of A. We found the value of A as 3. So if you put 3 here, 9. Okay. So 57 divided by 9 divided by 2. So you will get 19 upon 6. Okay. And this R, this is LCM. Do the LCM of these 3 terms. So it will be 1 plus R square plus R upon R. That R I am taking on the right side. Okay. Oh. Now the next step, the 6 I can take it on the left side. This is in the denominator, I'll take it on the other side. So you're multiplying the whole thing with 6 and this is equal to 19R. Now bring this on the left side. This will be a quadratic equation. Split the middle terms and write down. I've done it for you. So you'll get the value of R as 2 upon 3 or 3 upon 2. So let us take the first case. If R is 2 upon 3. A we know is fixed. It is 3. R is 2 upon 3. Substitute in this here and you'll get the 3 terms as 9 upon 2, 3 and 2. Then take R as 3 upon 2 and substitute here. And you'll get 2, 3, 9 upon 2. So these are the 3 terms. A man joined a company as assistant manager. The company gave him a starting salary of 60,000 and agreed to increase his salary 5% annually. What will be his salary after 5 years? So starting salary is A, 60,000. Every year he will get an increase of 5%. So first year his salary will be 5% of 60,000. If you do 5 upon 100 into 60,000, you will get 3,000. Okay. Add this 3,000 to 60,000. It will be 63,000. So the second year his salary is going to be 63,000. Then the third year, you have to do 5% of 63,000 and you will get 3,150. Okay, so this will be the increase in the third year. So here you have to add to his salary. Second year salary, you should add this increase, and this will be his salary for the third year. So you can see every year his salary, first it was 60,000, it became 63,000, then it became 66,150. So this forms a GP, general geometric progression. So here the first term A is 60,000, R is the common ratio. Divide 63,000 upon 60,000, you get 21 upon 20. Okay, now what will be his salary after 5 years? Okay, so fifth year, what will be his salary? T5, do this, substitute these values, simplify, you get. So in the fifth year, it will be 72,930. Okay, now they're asking after 5 years. Okay, so at the end of 5 years, that means the sixth year, he will get this increase, no, 5%. So you do 5% of this, you get this value, add it to this fifth year salary. So after 5 years, his salary will be 76,577. Make sure you do all these calculations correctly in the rough paper. Do not make any careless mistakes here. Question 11. Sivamani is attending an interview for a job and the company gave 2 offers to him. Offer A, 20,000 to start with, followed by a guaranteed annual increase of 6% for the first 5 years. Offer B, 22,000 to start with, followed by a guaranteed annual increase of 3% for the first 5 years. What is his salary in the fourth year with respect to offers A and B? So let us do A offer, offer A. Starting salary in A offer is 20,000, increase is 6%. So after 1 year, his salary will be increased by 6%. So let's find out 1,200. Salary for the second year will be 20,000 plus 1,200, 21,200. So here A is 20,000. Ratio, common ratio will be this upon 20,000, that is 53 upon 50. Okay, the general term, nth term, write it down, formula. Now we want for the fourth year. So T4 is equal to, write down and substitute these values, evaluate, be careful when you evaluate, you will get this answer. So the salary at the end of fourth year will be 23,820. In case of B, what happens? The starting salary is 22,000. Okay, A is 22,000. Annual increase is 3% of 22,000. So 3 upon 100 into 22,660. This is the increase he'll get every year. Okay, so the salary for second year will be this plus this. So here it is. A is 22,000. R is this, divide by 22,000. You get 103 upon 100. Now for the fourth year, substitute, evaluate, you get 24,040. So here the fourth year salary for A is 23,820 and for B will be 24,040. So this is better. He gets more salary. Question 12. If A, B, C are the 3 consecutive terms of an AP and X, Y, Z are the 3 consecutive terms of a GP, then prove that X raised to B minus C into Y raised to C minus A into Z raised to A minus B is equal to 1. So here also there is a combination of AP and GP. Let's see how we can do it. A, B, C are 3 consecutive terms of an AP. So the first term is A. And we take D as the common difference, then the second term will be A plus D. Third term C is equal to A plus 2D. You know that. First term, second term, third term, because it is in AP. Okay. And X, Y, Z are in GP. So if this is the first term and R is the common ratio, Y, the second term, is equal to X into R. The third term Z will be X into R square. Is it not? Okay. So now what we are going to do here is we are going to substitute these values of B, A plus D, C as A plus 2D. All these powers we are going to substitute with this, and Y we will put XR, Z we will put XR square, and we will evaluate the LHS and show that this is equal to 1. So let us now write down the LHS. X raised to B minus C into Y raised to C minus A into Z raised to A minus B. Let us substitute B. B we know is A plus D. C is A plus 2D, but we will put it in a bracket, and when you open the bracket it will become minus A minus 2D. Okay, so B minus C is this, and if you evaluate this, this will be A will get cancelled, and plus D minus 2D is minus D. Okay, now multiplied by Y raised to C. C is A plus 2D. A, leave it as it is, minus A. This will get cancelled, so Y raised to 2D. A, leave it as it is. B is A plus D. We will put it in a bracket. When you open it, it will become minus A minus D. A will cancel, you get minus D. Okay. Now the next step, substitute Y is equal to XR, Z is equal to XR square. Okay. Now open this. This will be X raised to 2D, R raised to 2D. This will be X raised to minus D and R raised to minus 2D. Okay, so here R raised to 2D and R raised to minus 2D will cancel. X raised to minus D, X raised to minus D is X raised to minus 2D, and X raised to plus 2D, that will also cancel, and you're left with 1, which is equal to the RHS. So here we come to the end of the exercise. Please go through the exercise once again, practice all the sums carefully.